another project today. We got this cedar tree here. I figured that'd be nice shade for hog pen. All right, we got the hog panels kind of just set up here on the pig pen. All right, I measured the length of these in there, about 6.5 feet. I got them a little house built. It's all I gotta do is bend it around like so. Then but they really love that clover. They're just, look at them. They're just going to devour all that clover in there. He's doing it. He's getting water out of it. But I've got it so I can get the truck under here. This is going to be the hog pen. I may expand this another 16 feet this way. Basically I got 4 hog panels. These are the hog panels. They got basically just an extra wire on the bottom of them. So a little smaller gap at the bottom. I think the cattle panel's a little taller too. Like a couple inches taller. These are 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 feet tall. Something like that. And 16 feet long. So I got this. I cut some cedar poles out of the woods for the corners, and I got T-posts pounded in. I put 4 of them down there because there might be a little more pressure going down this hill here. It's kind of a bit of an incline here, so I can maybe, I may cut it out here. Well, I may not even have a hog panel on this side. I may just put a house, their house right here, starting there, come back to here, you know, have their house maybe 10 feet by 8 feet or something, maybe 8 feet by 8 feet, and be a nice square area. So that'd be half of the hog panel. And then I've got the studded T-posts. The studs, always have your studs facing towards whatever animal you're trying to keep in or keep out. So I took the tractor and I bored these holes yesterday for the corner posts, and just put in the posts today, and getting in the process of putting these T-posts in. Whew. I was using that pounder a little bit, but it wears you out. I bought this a while back for a garden fence, pounding T-posts in. That works pretty good as long as there's no rocks. If you got rocks, even small rocks, say like that big, and if it's directly under that T-post, it'll have a hard time pushing through that. You may have to take a sledgehammer and pound it through a couple times and then go with that again. But that saves your back and saves your arms, all your muscles. If you're pounding a lot of T-posts in, figure you got to lift that thing up and down, you know, 30, 40 times, 50 times. This thing just pounds them right in. What I'm going to do, I got some thick plywood from what I took out of the barn loft. A different property. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use these cedars for the corner poles. Probably cut them down. Cedar poles, and I got some 2x6 lumber. Came out of the same barn loft. I'm going to use all that to make us a little hog house here. Alright guys, it's coming around. Today I'm putting up the hog panels. I drove everything in. I got them a little house built. It's about 6 foot. It's all recycled materials, except for these 2x4s. These are brand new, but they're some I had left over from another project. And I had this metal left from a metal building I took down. It's like a metal shed. That's out of a barn loft. The 2x6s and the plywood, which is, it's pretty thick stuff, like OSB, actually not plywood, about 3/4 inch. I think that'll hold them in. I got the boards on the inside, so the weight of the hogs pushing up against them should not break that down. We got this big cedar tree here. There's actually 2 cedar trees there. They're probably over a foot across, maybe 20 inches across. Those 2 are gonna provide, see where the sun is now. That's southwest. So most of the afternoon, hot sun. They're gonna get shade here. It's kind of nice. I've been working in shade. And then the sun rises over here. So they get morning sun, warm them up. That's what I was thinking about when a placement in the pasture. All right, another thing when you're installing your hog panels, make sure your horizontals are facing the T-posts. So you can see where they're welded together here. This is on this side, the horizontal, and the verticals towards, away from the T-posts. This will give you enough room to install your T-post clips. If you do it the other way, these clips will be a little bit too short. You won't be able to bend them around. Another thing with your fencing staples, take your fencing pliers, hold onto your staple like that. That's an easy way to get started. Put your fencing staple up there like that, hit it with your hammer.
You want to mow it? I have mowers.
And closer and closer.
Hey, don't be doing
Competition
that.
for apples.
No, I'll give you some more. Yeah. If I have to feed you over yonder without him being over here.
Here we're trying to train these new pigs here to use that drinker. Put a little bit of peanut butter on there. He's doing it. He's getting water out of it. That's the first time I seen him go on that water. They like that peanut butter. Now he can figure it out. If he chomps on that, he gets some water. I don't think they were trained to nipple drinker like that. Start keeping a shovel out here. I'm just scooping their poop out as I see it. Every day I come out here. When I feed them, just there's their bathroom areas right over here, so furthest away from their food, and their bedding over there. So I'm just shoveling it out into the field here till we open this pasture to them. I still have to train them to a hot wire. I'm gonna run a wire. I got some electric fence wire buried from the barn up here all the way to that skinny little pole there, and then I'm gonna run a wire down here, and then give them a training wire in the corner here. Every time they touch that wire, they'll get a little shock, and eventually I'll have this pasture. Part of this, probably an acre or half acre worth, at least down to that low spot down there, and they can root around in that low spot that gets kind of muddy down there.